satisfy all the hungry fears in that empty space. If I disappear, could you give me grace? We're all atheists in foxholes, but we're fighting to believe. We grew up in this bloodbath, now it's time for our reprieve. From the sentence handed down by the violence in our DNA for absolution. Before we begin again, I see the conflict closing, divided by this desolation, desperate for a friend. That electric urge as our neurons surge from our separate parts of our broken whole that the world won't mend, desperate for some kind of friend as we try to start again and leave our differences behind. If I made you mine, if we lost control, but we found our souls. We're all atheists in foxholes, but we're fighting to believe. We grew up in this bloodbath, now it's time for our reprieve. From the sentence handed down by the violence in our DNA for absolution. Before we begin again, I see the conflict closing, divided by our desolation, desperate for a friend. And the sacrifice is still the thirsty stone. We only fight when we feel alone, and you're not alone, and I'm not alone, and you're not alone, and I'm not alone. We're all atheists in foxholes, but we're fighting to believe. We grew up in this bloodbath, now it's time for our reprieve. From the sentence handed down by the violence in our DNA for absolution. Before we begin again, I see the conflict closing,